Most people at this point know that Dave Chappelle was attacked about a week ago at the Netflix Is a Joke festival after he had finished his set, and there hasn't been really any kind of headway in his case. And by that I mean that the LA District Attorney apparently decided that they weren't going to file, I should say, any felony charges against the guy that attacked him. So I'm going to briefly go over this article. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but I'll link it in the description below for those of you that want to go ahead and read the entire thing. But I'll read some of it and then just kind of give my thoughts as I go along. So it says, after the Los Angeles District Attorney declined to charge the man who attacked him during his Netflix As a Joke set with felony crimes, instead of slapping him with 4 reduced misdemeanor charges, comedian Dave Chappelle has called on the California city's head legal office to correct this mistake and treat the case with the appropriate level of severity. Current LA DA George Gascon announced his office is declining a felony charges against a 23-year-old male. He's already gotten enough publicity. I'm not going to say his name. So, who was initially booked on felony charges after having reached for a spring-loaded knife installed in a firearm shell amidst his rushing of Chappelle during the comedian's May 3rd performance at the Hollywood Bowl as part of Netflix's aforementioned comedy tour. In a statement issued through LA County spokesperson Greg Reisling, after reviewing the evidence, prosecutors determined that while criminal conduct occurred, the evidence as presented did not constitute felony conduct. Reisling told Rolling Stone on May 5th, I should say. According to a document seen by the outlet, Gascon's office declined to press charges after a slow-motion review of video footage led them to conclude that Lee was not wielding the weapon when he rushed on stage, instead only reaching for it after it had been knocked out of his waistband backstage, and that his actions failed to meet said felony conduct standards. So that might be true, right? In regards to the criteria that they used to charge. But I think that there should be in my opinion, there should be a more severe punishment. I think there should be felony charges. We don't know what this guy was planning, what would have happened, and I think there should be more severe consequences for him. Now, it could also be that the guy might have not had any priors, that there could have been other things that were considered. I have heard that the guy was homeless, so maybe he has some issues. But there's a lot of different things that people have put out there regarding this guy who attacked Dave Chappelle. It's pure speculation at this point. There's rumors out there that he's some kind of guy trying to be a SoundCloud rapper. I don't know if that's true. Of course, as mentioned before, supposedly he's homeless. I think there's a little bit more to substantiate that, or at least that's my understanding, that there's more to probably show that he is homeless, because I believe his registered address was for a homeless shelter. So that, I believe, holds some water. But as far as everything else goes, the SoundCloud rapper thing, I don't know. I've heard that, and again, this is all speculation. This is different things that have been said online. Nothing that I've seen, concrete evidence for just yet, that he was allegedly upset about Chappelle's jokes about, trans folks, because he has trans friends. Again, don't know if that's true. Could be, again, mental disorder and all that. Not that that would excuse him going on stage and attacking someone. There was also supposedly issues with the security at the venue itself being very lax. So that's the other thing people are wondering. How did he get in? Did he buy a ticket? Was it a matter of him just saving his money and, for the show to go? Was security that lax that he was able to slip in? How was he able to climb on stage so quickly and tackle Chappelle? A lot of questions that haven't really been answered yet. But one thing that I think should happen is I think there should be more severe consequences, in my opinion, for this, just to kind of, I think that an example does need to be set, because that's one of the biggest fears. We've talked about this before. One of the biggest fears with Will Smith, going on stage, slapping Chris Rock, is that it might embolden people, that it might inspire people. And like I said in the previous video, we don't know if that was something, or we had discussed in previous streams, I believe. We don't know. That's probably something that was happening well before the Will Smith Chris Rock incident, but I think that obviously put it on a, put it before people on a grander scale, on the mainstream, that maybe would make people feel emboldened. That's possible, although we don't know for sure. Like I said, that's something that could have very well been happening a lot more regularly than anybody was aware, and only because of the Will Smith Chris Rock situation is it something that people now are, it's something that's being spotlighted more now, but it could have been happening well before that. But in any event, it's not something that should happen. Not over somebody telling jokes, not over anybody doing any kind of performance on stage. If you have a gripe, I'm all for, peaceful kinds of protests, but maybe that should be done outside of the venue where you're not bothering the other people that actually paid to be there. And you certainly shouldn't be rushing up on stage to try to attack someone. Who knows what could have happened had that guy gotten a hold of that knife, and, what could Dave Chappelle have gotten not only seriously injured, could something worse have happened? And that's, luckily, we didn't have to find that out, right? But I do think that a slap on the wrist should not be something that happens in this situation. But again, hey, look, there could be other factors at play that could change my mind. I'm always open to it, but it seems like for now they're only interested in misdemeanor charges, and Chappelle and his attorney, that they're not satisfied with that, and they believe that it's a mistake and that an example should be made of this person. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe that'll still happen, maybe not. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said, I think there should be a bit more than a slap on the wrist in this particular instance, but maybe there's a lot more factors at play that just haven't been revealed yet. I don't know. But I do think that, look, if you mess around, you're going to find out, especially in a situation like that, right? Where you're running up on stage. Chappelle's got a security team. Wasn't the best move. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Until next time, y'all know how it goes. The hunt continues.